Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the worst nation in the Americas, which is Central America. In the previous video, if you haven't watched that already, I'm going to link that up above or in the description down below. But we were fighting off a nation, or fighting off rebels and nationalists, and just trying to stabilize our country. Too much going on in terms of instability, and yet through it all, we started out as, I want to say, the 40th or 50th ranked nation in the game, and now we are the 28th minor power in the game. So we have significantly increased our position, and now we are attempting to industrialize our nation. So what is our plan for today? Well, I do ideally want to attack New Granada and maybe take Panama and Antigua over here, maybe even Cauca. Just kind of get a nice little coastline base. Maybe we can even invade Mexico at some point. In terms of our current situation, we do have an input goods shortage on artillery. Our government legitimacy is 0. Why is it 0? This is no bueno. Let's get 100 legitimacy here, please. Yeah, I'm more interested in... Oh, that's going to increase our radicals and decrease our loyalists. What if I just kick out the conservatives? We'll do this. We'll do this one's going to give us the least... This one right here is going to give us the least amount of radicals. So we'll do this government type here. And we are building railroads here. Let's look at our industry. I will admit, it's been a little bit since I've looked at this game. We are building railways, arts academies, yes, so we can start producing more prestige, so we could actually get bumped up. Paper mills and coal mines. I'm assuming that we probably have a shortage of papers. Actually, one of those things that we're okay on here. In terms of diplomacy, rivalries with Mexico and Grenada, proving relations with, that's right, the free states of Americas. They're independent. They're the 7th greatest power. Meanwhile, America themselves are the 18th greatest power. Looking at New Granada, they have a defensive pact with Brazil. Great Britain wants to subjugate us? No. I am going to go ahead and actually have to re-import paper because I kind of forgot, or I kind of need, and the only people we can get it from is Mexico. In terms of all the other costs, everything has skyrocketed in price in our country. We really need to get this lumber situation under control. Same with clothes and our food situation here, so then that way the standard of living can actually go up. Let's look at our rural development here. Logging camps. Yeah, we are producing sawmill, or we are on the sawmills production method. Softwood, we have 10 logging camps. In terms of resources, yeah, we probably, oh man, I really don't have many people that can work. I guess Honduras, we can build a lumber camp here. Honduras again for food. Industry wise, we need a food, actually need a food industry. Honduras again, so we'll build another food industry here. What is going, Revolutionary Free States of America? Oh my god. Organized crime. Oh no. I need to run some greener grass campaigns. Looking at our outliner state-wise, San Salvador, which is our capital, is our largest state, with Guatemala being our 2nd largest. We should probably promote more people here. And our 3rd largest state being Honduras, so we'll promote more people here as well. So these will be our 3 focal points. Also import, oh, I can't import any coal. Oh, we're out of convoys. Oh no. I am going to protect our domestic supply on grain. That'll limit our exports, which we're actually exporting quite a bit here. Same with furniture and wood, and also paper here, and tools. People are going to buy these things from us. They're going to pay for it. Mexico have begun embargoing us. Oh no, now our paper's all gone. Darn you. Alright, I'll embargo you and declare you a right. And our economy just crashed. Oh no. And man, do we really need paper. I'm going to bump up our paper mills, so they're going to be our next things that we actually build here. So we desperately need paper. And now we also have Austria-Hungary, so that's also cool. I am actually also going to join the British Custom Union here, so then that way maybe this should help out our economy quite a bit, which it already did. So now we're included into the British market. We did jump back up from 44 to 39, and all of our goods shortages were just eliminated. And we did just have an election. Let's see what we can do here. Obviously, we're going to go for the high legitimacy route here because I don't want more rebels. And since we are part of the British market, all of a sudden now we can't adjust any of this. That's fine. Let's see. Let's look at the potential for export. Let's maybe, ooh, Chiapas. That's in Mexico. Good to know. And one of our states have also Central American Chiapas, which is this state here. We actually get rubber here now too. Our standard of living, now that we also bumped up, or that we went into the British market, bumped up to 14, which is quite impressive actually. Whoa. If I were to attack Grenada for Panama, there's a good chance that we could actually get Britain on our side. Let's try this. I'm kind of curious. Oh, we could totally, yes, we could totally get Britain on our side. We'll just offer them an obligation, which now we got Britain against New Granada and Brazil, which I would think New Granada would just say, you know what, I'm not fighting this, and just hand over Panama. But you never know with the AI. And hopefully Mexico doesn't join. Well, if they join, that's not a big problem, which they did not. And now we own Panama. Boom. Yes. So let's go ahead. We'll incorporate Panama. Yes, this is awesome. What type of buildings do we have here? Logging camps, some more lumber, coffee plantations, banana plantations, and really not much else. Information, Panama Canal. We need to research civilizing mission, and Panama survey needs to be complete. Survey to Panama. Oh, we need bureaucracy greater than 1,000 in terms of production. Okay. And realistically, because we are part of the British customs union, we should be getting more population in our country as well too. I love just seeing these radicals go down, because man, it was that was horrible in the previous video. Just the amount of radicals I had, just always. I am also going to make a play for Mexican Chiapas here. I feel like we could also get Great Britain to help us out here as well. Venezuela abandoned Mexico, interestingly enough. Yeah, we should be able to get Britain here. Oh, I can't offer an obligation. Uh-oh. But they're more likely to sway on our side. And I did actually just bump up our military more, even though that put us into more debt, and that just brought us up to the 23rd greatest power, just because our military strength just shot up. Which I can actually offer Britain to take a treaty port now, which if I do, what about Baja California? How about you take that? And also in terms of technology here, let's improve society a little bit here. I need civilized mission. That was the one for Panama, wherever that is. Civilizing mission. Where is civilizing mission? Here it is. Oh, we just need to research this. So we'll go ahead, focus on this, and get civilizing mission next. And of course, we did just get Britain on our side. And if Mexico does decide to go to war, I am going to add a war goal of taking the Yucatan away from them. And Venezuela actually re-sided with Mexico. Let's see if Mexico actually decides to fight this. I think, yeah, Mexico's actually going to fight this war. Oh my god. Mexico, you're crazy. Let's mobilize generals and activate the conscripts. And I'm going to set my guy for defensive focus or front here, just to get started. Oh, and they did just back down and give us Chiapas. And now we can also, since we are the 23rd or 24th greatest power, we can declare a few interests. I'm going to remove one out of Mexico and just do one in Gran Colombia here. And I did end up just re-inviting the Conservative Party here. So I can get some sort of legitimacy, but I am going to try and focus on passing some more laws if I can, because if I can attract more people here, the better. And we did just get Q9, so let's go for civilizing mission. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove these consumption taxes, and I'm going to impose one on opium here. That's going to make us a little bit more money, and also bump up our authority quite a bit. Decree wise, I am also going to revoke some of these infrastructure ones, and maybe instead of the opium tax, so close, we're going to, I saw this in the comments, somebody was telling me to do this. We'll cancel the greener grass campaigns in Honduras and Guatemala, so now we have 500. We're going to pass the grain tax here, and where's the corn laws here? We're collecting export prioritized tariffs. Oh, this might not work, because now, never mind. Everybody's just going to hate me now for no reason. Remove that consumption tax. And instead we're just going to, we're just going to tax some of the more luxury items just to get us some more money. I also don't have any shipyards. I just realized this. So I'm going to build one in San Salvador, even though we don't have anybody that can really work there. And we'll also build one in Honduras. We'll also do one in Panama, because why not? We're just going to go for a contested government here just to bump up our legitimacy, even though that's not really going to affect the amount of radicals and loyalists in our country. Building wise, we're going to go ahead and bump up these shipyards. Hopefully we can get some more convoys and stuff like that in. We are also making more money now. Why? I don't know. Oh, investment pool transfer, that's why. Our GDP is going up actually quite a bit here. We're getting 5.7, we're at 5.79. Our legitimacy rate's also slowly going up. And Free States of America is put together again. Also looks like not too many people are really caring about Africa this game, which is surprising, because normally it would be completely covered by now by a bunch of European powers. Russia's also expanding into Persia a little bit here. I am going to temporarily revoke my interest in Grand Colombia and now put it into the Caribbean here, because we're going to try and make a play for the island of Haiti. Could just puppet Haiti, which is actually a good idea. We'll go ahead and do this. I don't think we really have we have no ships, so it's actually critical that we get the British here. Offer regime change? Sure, why not? They sided with what? Oh, they want to subjugate me? Alright, we're gonna back down. When the British just completely just change on you? Are we no longer part of their market then? No, we're still part of the British market. Oh my god. Britain just did a total 180. Also going to, for the sake of money, actually bump down some of our military here, like our conscripts and our artillery. I'm going to bump down a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to attack New Granada here. I'm debating whether or not I should just puppet them or just take the states. I'm thinking I'm going to take the state for myself, which is this one here, which would make the most sense, and I should be able to get Great Britain on my side, unless they do a total 180 on me again. So they're in the middle, so I gotta make sure I get them before they decide to just flip on me. Britain, sure buddy, you could have a treaty port over here in Brazil. We can also potentially get Russia. Guyana, oh, that's a British state. Oh, we also got civilized mission, nice. And we did just get Great Britain. We might be able to get Russia here. Does not look like I'll be able to get Russia. That's fine, as long as they don't join, we'll be okay. Venezuela sided with New Granada. I will add an additional goal of conquering another state here. I do want from New Granada, so maybe we can actually get that. It does look like they're mobilizing, so we'll probably... France just sided with them. Oh no. And they want an ocean port treaty, which means I am going to end up having to fight France here. Mobilize our general, activate the conscripts, because I'm not backing down. And we're also going to bump up our military wages. Maybe we can actually get some more people to actually join our military, hopefully. Russia, dude, I really wish I could get you here. And I think I messed up by adding in, yeah, because I only have 18 maneuvers. But since I am going to be at war with them here, I might as well conquer another state here and get Zulia from Venezuela. It's gonna, oh yeah, we are infamous, but I'm gonna say I believe in Britain more than I do the French. So hopefully the British actually send troops here, because we're gonna need them. And here we are, we're at war with New Granada, France, and Brazil, and Venezuela. I'm hoping we could just kind of hold out here. Realistically, our guys should be much better than New Granada's guys. So I mean, if they want to just keep attacking my guys and just do it that way, that is fine. But they are getting a lot more reinforcements from Brazil, which is unfortunate. Oh no. Which the Brazilian troops I'm scared of. I'm gonna admit it. Good reason. Please, Britain, just send some troops this way. Don't know where the majority of your guys are, but I really hope that they're actually like somewhere useful and not just like some random freaking place. We're about to lose the Panama. Britain, please. Because Brazil has their entire army here, Britain, please. And they're sending more. Venezuela's here. At least it looks like we're actually holding out. Now we've like stabilized against the Brazilian troops, but I really need Britain to come over here and help. Oh, we're by ourselves against 141,000 or 141 of their regiments. We're pushing them back, even though we're probably going to lose this battle here. Britain, please. You have 259 battalions, but where are they? You're in another war against Sambas? I'm just going to have to do the crazy and go on a counter-offensive against the Brazilian and Venezuelan and New Granadan troops here and just say, you know what, I think my guys are just better than yours, and hope that that's true, because the freaking British are not helping me. So my army actually goes toe-to-toe with the Brazilian one, even though Brazil has so many guys. Just my offense is so bad. Britain's feeling really good about this war. I'm not, of course, but I wonder why Britain is, because maybe, just maybe, they're not being affected by this war whatsoever. Oh, they crushed the Tongan liberal revolt. Please tell me that means that you're going to send your army over. Please. There's 222 Frenchmen not coming. Oh my god. Britain, why? Oh my god, Britain. Britain was forced out. Oh no. Seriously? Oh no. I'll just capitulate, because there's no way. So we just have to give up money. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I thought you were supposed to be good in this era, not suck. Subjugation demand. No. They're calling in an obligation. I'm going to decline this. I'm sorry, Britain. I'm not becoming your subject. Screw me out on that war. Maybe if you didn't screw me on that war, Britain, and also on Haiti, then I would consider it. Oh, they kicked us out of their customs union. Nice. So now we're on our own. Well, I mean, at least I guess this means that we have a little bit more control over our market now. Nobody wants to buy anything from us. Well, we could sell dyes to Austria-Hungary. Let's do that to start off with. Market, oh, probably because we're a new market since we got kicked out of the British one. We could sell some lumber here. Selling dyes. What about clippers? Everybody needs ships. Austria-Hungary really likes buying stuff from us. I am so down for. We'll also import coal from Austria-Hungary, and our entire country's in turmoil. All right, we need to get a legitimate government in charge, or at least a contested one. Russia, you'll take on my debt? I have no problem with that. In terms of great powers, France is #1, then it goes Austria-Hungary, then Great Britain. So I'm wondering, GDP-wise, the French GDP is 3 times the size of Britain's, and then Austria's 2 times the size of Britain's. I wonder if it wouldn't be better to join either one of their custom unions. Because realistically, our country just, it's in shambles right now after that Grenadian war. New parties formed. Free Trade Party. So the Industrialists and the Bourgeoisie. Ooh, I can actually invite the Liberal Party, which is just the intelligentsia, into the rural folk here also. And now our government is a legitimate government, and we can pass more laws, which is exactly what I need. Ideally, I'd like total separation of church and state, but that's not going to happen. An election just happened, and now the Conservative Party and whatnot have changed. Alright, we have an unacceptable government. Could do something like this, get the Free Trade Party in along with the Conservative Party. However, I like the idea of the Liberal Party right now. Maybe if I kick out the rural folk and invite. No, that's not going to work. There we go. Now we're part of the French Customs Union, which means join the French one, no? And now Russia. There we go. So we're now officially part of the French one. Sorry, Russia. It means our economy should somewhat be fixing itself, hopefully. And since there's also more people living in the French market, that should theoretically mean we could actually get more people in our country, and hopefully we can pay off most of this debt. Let's also improve relations with Russia here. Also lower taxes a bit, 'cause now we can actually afford this, and hopefully that encourages more people to come to our country. Yeah, we'll tax wine a little bit more. Man, our population is just rapidly decreasing now. That's not good. And that's probably because there's so many more job opportunities. So realistically, it actually might have backfired on us. I'm gonna leave theirs, and maybe Mexico's embargoing us again. Realistically, we need to join a smaller market. Why is that? Well, what I realized while we were losing so many of the people in our country here is that because the French market is so big and our country has a relatively low standard of living, more people are actually moving to France, which their standard of living is middling. And due to that, we were losing a lot more people, which meant our economy actually plummeted down from 5.9 million to 4.4 million, amongst other issues that we have as well. So realistically, we actually should be joining somebody else's customs market or customs union, such as Prussia, Austria, Britain, or even Russia, which I should have actually joined Russia's instead. We actually would have gotten a lot of Russian people into our own country here. So that's good to know for the future. Not like I needed, the extra however many people because our country is currently burning down to the ground, but that's fine. The British market's not adjacent to ours? What do you mean it's not adjacent to ours? They're right here. Realistically, we're just kind of caught between the French and the British markets here. Country's just completely collapsing. It's in just complete turmoil as we have 1 million radicals now. We desperately need to join another customs union. We also want propertied women, and we can pass that. I don't want another revolution or people threatening a revolution. We can improve relations with Russia again. Restore child labor. It's not going to happen, guys. It means we're going to have another revolution. And now we have propertied women, which means more people can actually be in our workforce, which I guess that's nice, but I'm not really building anything as of right now. Oh, Scandinavia formed. Cool. Oh, and now we have rubber in Guatemala, which means rubber rush. All right, now I can declare an interest because I just bumped up my military, even though it's going to cost us a lot more money here. But this way I can actually declare an interest in Gran Colombia and maybe just maybe hit, oh my god, communist Austria, what? I was gonna say just maybe I can actually join a customs union then. Alright, so our interest in Gran Colombia is a thing now. We improve relations with several nations, including Netherlands, which is good. Which I mean, realistically, maybe Brazil's in a custom union with Russia, which maybe instead of an interest here, maybe I should do one in Brazil, and then maybe I can get Russia to finally like be buddy with me. Oh, we're so close to getting Austria here. Stop improving relations with you, and can I defensive pact with Great Britain? Oh, I like the sound of that. I can become a protectorate of Britain, but I really want to become, just be in their customs union. Fine, we'll become a protectorate under Britain. Hopefully that brings in more people to our country, and hopefully this fixes our country. So now we're officially their protectorate. Alright, now we're actually making money again. And just being a protector under Britain, hopefully that means more people kind of migrate here for job openings. Do have a lot of people in these states. It's just the radicalism so high right now. One thing that is very nice about being part of the British market is that now I could actually swap all my production methods to the more advanced one. This actually works out in my favor that way. So I'm updating every single one of my production methods right now to basically the highest one, just because we have so much access here to. So we'll see how this affects our economy overall now that we're just swapping over everything to its highest possible production. Honestly, I feel like I'm about to watch my economy potentially just crash, but we'll see. We didn't just crash. Oh, here we go. We're crashing. Our GDP just skyrocketed up to 9.3 million. Now, if we weren't paying about 6,000 in interest right now, we'd be fine. But now we are making more money. Actually, a lot more money in terms of GDP per capita. It's actually the 15th best in the world. And we're losing a lot of these radicals. Even though it says that we're gaining them, we're actually losing radicals, which is great, which means that our taxaway should be going down, which means more money. And our standard of living is going up a lot more now too. Our economy, it's fixing itself. Production methods, they work. We're also going to lower these radicals just simply by increasing our law enforcement investment level, which means radicals should be going down, yeah, a lot faster. And look at our economy. Oh man, I can't wait till all this interest from like our debt is gone, because we're going to be making a lot more money. Actually, I could probably start resuming construction. No, once our debt's gone, I will be able to though. Or if our GDP continues to go up and our total weekly income goes up to like another, like up to 7,000 or 8,000. All right, we'll go this route for contested government. And now we can do proportional taxation. Yes. That means that we're going to be making so much more money if we actually pass this. Sure, our radicals went up, but look at that. We're bumping them down. I'm also losing this amount of money due to an event that actually increased standard of living in lower and middle class. We would actually be able to afford buildings again while running this massive debt here. Oh, thank you, Britain, for actually helping out the economy. I should have just stayed under you this whole time, man. Man, I'm really hoping this proportional taxation thing gets passed, because if it says we're going to make another 10,000 from that. I am also going to get rid of all of these consumption taxes now, because we are making a significant amount. Well, we were making a significant amount of money, but certain things like porcelain I am going to tax more. Same with luxury clothes and opium. I would do tea, but I love tea, so I'm not going to tax. All right, maybe not opium, because I noticed our GDP just went down after I did opium. What I'll do for decrees now is, yeah, we need to make sure that we have our greener grass here, and now we have a communist party. Of course, it's just going to be the trade unions. Yes, we got it. Which means now we should be able to swap over to iron frame buildings, and I should definitely be able to build. Oh my god, I could actually build stuff. If I just do, we'll just do wooden buildings for right now until our debt's gone. Oh man, our country, it's finally fixed. Our country's finally gonna rise to prominence. Freaking finally, man. And our standard of living has finally reached 15, so now we have a middling standard of living, and we're making so much more money now. And Haiti is improving relations with Spain, so they're independent here, which Britain, it says Britain would side with us. So I'm going to try this again. All I would have to do is offer an obligation to Britain. Again with siding with it. Wait. Oh, they sided with us. Okay, good. And we did just get Haiti for free. Yes, thank you, Britain. This is how it should have gone earlier, man. I'm also going to lower our taxes really far down, and hopefully that means more people move here, because that should boost up our standard of living even more so, since not as many people are spending money on taxes. Yep, which now our standard of living's going up and radicals are dropping like flies. Okay. Which as they go down, that means less tax waste in all of our states. Oh, Austria's back to being normal. They're no longer Austria-Hungary. They're the greatest power in the world with 411 million GDP. French with 426 million. Mr. Britain over here's the fourth. So obviously we got to go with things that are going to benefit our country along with general market here. Definitely got to make sure that we utilize our rubber plantations, because now we can finally actually build them. So we'll build 5 in San Salvador and 1 in Chiapas. Fishing wise, it's going to build a bunch of fishing wharves in these 2 states here. Iron mines, we have 5. Coal mines, we have 5. Build 3 more here in Panama. Industry wise, tooling workshops, let's bump these up to 5 or to 8, I guess. Food industries, this we really need to get off the ground. We'll bump that up to 5. Furniture manufacturers, also 5 here. For mills, 5 or 2 or 3 in San Salvador. 2 textile mills in San Salvador. We don't have a single motor industry. We'll build 2 of those also in San Salvador. Steel mills, we have only 1 steel mill. We'll build 2 in San Salvador, and we'll also build a couple fertilizer plants in Panama. In terms of infrastructure, yes, we have to bump up our infrastructure quite a lot actually. So bump up everything to 2, and we also have a decent amount of ports, so that should be okay military wise. Or more ports should probably be needed so we can export more goods here. I do hope by the end of this game to build this Panama Canal. It's going to be huge. Honestly, I feel like that's going to be like honestly, it's kind of like our end goal here is to build that Panama Canal, and of course try and crack the top 10 here in terms of great power status. We're still making a lot of money. Let's lower our taxes even more so, because our population's definitely going up. Went from 161 million, 164 million to now 178 million, and of course our standard of living continues to grow. As long as our standard of living continues to grow and people see that they're not paying as much in taxes to come here, improve the standard of living and try to attract more people to our country as much as possible. And we'll start focusing on our industrial capability, or we're going to go ahead and start focusing on our production methods for industry. We've been focusing on society this whole time, so I can kind of lower down radicals as much as possible. Large numbers of North German people have begun migrating in our state of Guatemala and its surrounding areas. Oh boy. I think they're coming to the wrong part of the Americas. Looking at you, Argentina. I am going to try and get this regulatory bodies method, just because that's going to lower our mortality rate, and it's going to increase the safety regulations for all the people in our factory. Good chance that we'll probably end up getting this too. And now we got regulatory bodies, which did decrease the amount of bureaucracy that we have. Standard of living should go up a little bit more as less people are going to die working in our factories. We'll also start pushing for the poor laws. I've been wanting to get this for a while now. We can also afford steel frame buildings remarkably. Just barely, but we can. Especially if I bump up the taxes to high taxes, we can. But I'm just going to bump them up to medium taxes. Run a little bit of a deficit and we should be okay. And look at that, now we're the 18th ranked power in the world with almost 16 million GDP and almost 3 million people living in our country. Man, what a turnaround within like a decade. Beat that, Japan. Fastest turnaround in world history. And now we also have the poor laws, and sure, we're paying more money to our people, but now the standard of living is going to go up even more, and of course radicals are going to go away. And we've officially crossed into the 3 million mark for the amount of people living in our country, and there's 100,000 peasants living in San Salvador, so many job opportunities here. We're also going to start building power plants now. Panama is also growing in population, and so is Guatemala. So we're going to start building up these states also. Agrarian Party and the Fascist Party. Oh my. Interestingly now, if we invite our Social Democratic Party into our government, they're our most powerful one. So let's do that. I think that makes us into a communist state. All right, now for universal suffrage, we need to, I want to pass women's suffrage. That might be here, right? Yes, women's suffrage. Let's try this. I have a journal entry to do this in 19 years, so might as well try and do it now. Be interested to see if we can actually pass that. And we did get our election results. The Social Democratic Party is not going to be our only party anymore. Now we're going to have to invite the Agrarian Party in, so we're a legitimate government. And we did just get women's suffrage, which means I actually got an achievement. Deeds, not words. Pass the women's suffrage law. So now we actually get more women in the workforce. Our birth rate's going down, but that by 5%, but that's okay. Just simply because I feel like we're getting more immigrants than people being born here. One thing I love about Victoria 3 is the dynamic environment with the city sprawl and just watching as your country industrializes. Especially a country like Central America here, where we didn't even know if we were going to survive at one point. Now we're the 17th ranked power in the world. 3.40 million people living here, and actually a pretty decent standard of living. And a 23 we got 23 million GDP. I am also going to start passing military laws such as national militia here, because I do want to expand my military. This is remarkable considering I was literally watching my country die for like a good hour. And, you know, we have Haiti, and I kind of forgot that we have Haiti. I don't know if they're necessarily really providing anything for us. I'm also making so much money I can lower my taxes again. I just swapped over to tractors and got mechanization of farming. Could increase the output of our farms, or I could just +3 minimum wealth. What is minimum wealth? Is that just like, I've never seen that before on one of these icons, but probably the smarter thing to do would have been the other one. And we did just get a national militia. We have a big army. All of a sudden we could conscript 69 battalions. That really puts us over Mexico and New Granada. All I'm saying is they better watch out. That's all I'm saying. And now we're the 14th ranked power in the world, just because I've expanded military and increased our production methods, and now our GDP is at 27.1 million. I believe soon enough we'll actually be able to break free from the British once we actually fully industrialize our nation, hopefully by 1910. Oh man, and our GDP is officially at 30 million. If we were basing it off of GDP, that puts us right here, right below Canada and above Japan. Japan has 36 million people. We only have 4 million, and we have a higher GDP than them. We are now making 17,000 pounds a week. Our GDP is at 31.3 million. We are now the 14th ranked power in the world, almost at 18 in terms of standard of living, and we're still growing in population. No radicals anymore. That's a beautiful sight. We have 1 million loyalists, and we have just reached the 5 million mark in terms of total population in our country. We are also going to start expanding our government administration buildings, as I'm sure that you guys have seen for a little while now. Had quite a bit of negative bureaucracy. So by expanding these buildings, we're going to get more bureaucracy. We're going to get we're not going to have as much tax waste anymore. And then hopefully once we reach about 1,000 bureaucracy, we can actually start building the Panama Canal. And immediately the tax waste going down by 10% is making a difference. Oh man. I wonder how much money we're actually making right now. And we did just have another election. I don't really want to change much in the government, to be honest with you, so we're going to keep it about the same. We're going to keep our government the same. Oh man, and with our tax waste going down from minus 75% to now minus 13%, we're immediately making about 30,000 pounds. I really need to get this arc welded buildings, otherwise we're just going to be stuck with a capped out economy. Oh, city of plenty. Journal wise, yes, we can actually survey Panama now. Yes. All right, adds the Panama survey to the journal, so it's a 30-month survey. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, and we're losing a lot of money because of it, but honestly, Panama Canal. That's all I'm gonna say is Panama Canal. Connecting the oceans. Ambassadors from Austria have approached us about the possibility of them acquiring land near Panama to build, or Panama City to build a canal. No. Oh, and we got the Ripper. Oh no. I like our chances here of possibly making a play and actually conquering land here. We would be facing New Granada, Ecuador, and Venezuela. Ecuador abandoned their support for New Granada, and so did Venezuela. I am also going to, just so Britain doesn't join their side, I'm going to offer them an obligation. And I am also going to do conquer state of Cauca. And there we go. We actually we were able to just steal this state from New Granada here. Let's declare an interest in the Andes. I can actually conquer another state from them, but I have a truce with them, no? Or do I not? Because they backed down. They have a truce with Britain, but not me. Oh my god. Yeah, we'll conquer another state from them. And we did just expand our power plants enough to get a stable supply of power. Unlimited power, so plus 33% power plants building throughput. Or we get 4,000 progress towards steam turbine. Ooh. Let's do that. And we did just unlock Zeppelins. New Granada just backed out. So we just got another state from New Granada. And now we're making a ton of money because we actually have electricity. So our administrative buildings are actually making the most out of electricity now. Now, because our infamy is extremely high at 37, I am going to chill on wars for a little bit here. Also going to remove some of these taxes. We don't need the taxes anymore because we're making so much money. We can also build oil rigs. Let's start doing that. We're also going to start building up an arms industry, which we're going to do in Honduras. Because we've been focusing so much on San Salvador. Let's actually start expanding some of our other more populated states. Oh, Brazil just fell apart. Ripper new victims. Fund a larger investigation, or yeah, no, we're gonna fund a larger investigation. I don't want anybody killing off my people here, man. I've worked too hard to get 8 million people in this country. And we will build the canal. Construct the Panama Canal to the Journal of Central America. So now we can actually build it. Any Central American state region is Panama. Any building is Panama Canal. I'm trying to build the Panama Canal. Do I have to go here? Let's bump up our Panama Canal to the top. That's going to take 100 weeks. We also got the moving picture. Acquisition of film recording equipment and establishment of movie theaters throughout Central America has led to a fledgling film industry taking root. Harsh reality of our age, frontier storytelling, or politics. It shall be the frontier of storytelling. Man, I'm excited actually for the Panama Canal here. Alright, let's see if we can't puppet Ecuador. I feel like this would be something just kind of nice, just to have a little puppet guy. Argentina immediately abandoned them. Our infamy is, again, pretty high. It's at 37. We are infamous. Whether that leads to anything, time will tell. Police brutality. Oh no. Colombia and New Granadas is going through its second revolt here. Now, it looks like we are going to go to war against Grenada here, which that surprises me that they would want to do such a thing. I just simply have way too many people for you to handle. Or not New Granada, Ecuador. And on top of that, my military is actually strong. I've invested quite a bit into my military. Oh, we got telephones now. So now we can do electric industries. We'll build a few of those between these two states. I don't think I have anything that'll allow me to produce any lead. That's what's needed here. Produced in lead mines. Yeah, I don't have lead mines. Explosives, huh? Explosives produced in chemical plant. And now we have puppeted Ecuador. We'll improve relations with them. We are also the 9th major power in the world now too, after subjugating Ecuador and our economy crossing over 51 million GDP. Maybe it's time we finally start doing some imperialism of our own. Soon enough too, we will break away from the British. I promise we will break away from the British at some point. And just for the heck of it, we're going to start a diplomatic play against the country of Oman. Because why not? Nobody's touched Oman. They have no ally. They have 1 battalion. Let's see if we can't just get a free puppet in Oman. A bunch of their neighbors just declared neutrality, so I'm assuming Oman's probably going to do this. Just give up. Or at least that's the hope that they would. We also just expanded our oil industry, so now we get more oil. Alright, so now we got Oman as a subject of the United States of Central America. That is terrible, but also awesome. All at once. We have also finally built ourselves the Panama Canal. That is right. We have connected East and West together by building the Panama Canal. By constructing the Panama Canal, I'm going to call it here for today. There will be one more episode of us playing as Central America. Hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. I know initially I was getting a little bit frustrated with this country because nothing was going our way, but then after becoming a protectorate under the British, all of a sudden now we're like one of the best countries in the game, and our economy is just booming, and we're just building so many different things. We even just now established a colony in the Middle East, because why not? We'll also kind of see what other colonies or what other kind of damage we can really do as the United States of Central America. Maybe we can even expand and become Central America, that nation that connects South America, Central, and North America all together. So far in our campaign as Central America, we have 52.8 million GDP. Literacy rates kind of is a lot lower than what I would like. It's at 57%. I wish it was at least around 70. That's my ideal situation. Our standard of living is at 17, with our lower strata being middling, middle strata being prosperous, and upper strata being affluent. Population's at 7.59 million people. Our total balance is 50,000 pounds. And in terms of puppets, we have Ecuador, Haiti, and now Oman. Oh, I didn't realize Zanzibar is an independent nation. I thought we also got them. That would explain why Oman was so weak. Make sure you guys tune in next time for the final follow-up video as Central America. I know you guys have really enjoyed this series, and I know even though it's been frustrating for me at times, I've honestly really enjoyed playing as Central America. So if you guys want to see more series like this, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I am going to, once I finish up this game in Central America, we're going to start another playthrough campaign, probably another 3 videos as a different nation, be it a good, strong, powerful nation or a weak slub of a nation like Central America. Let me know what country you guys want me to do next after our video next time as Central America, and what other ideas you guys have for Victoria 3. So I will go ahead and see you guys in the next one. Chairman out.